1320 WILS. And your morning wake up with Dave Ackerley, that's me. And with our guest this morning, we haven't talked to in a while, Debbie Georgatos, who's political strategist coming at things from the right. That's her. Good morning. Welcome back.
Good morning, Dave. Thanks so much for having me.
I appreciate you being here. Now, I don't talk a lot on my show, Debbie. I'm just going to be straight up about Jerome Corsi, because I just don't think, in all things above, I just don't see him as being very credible. But he's got ties here to the Mueller investigation because of being interviewed. He's got maybe a lawsuit going here, or has been filed, a newly filed suit, claiming that the special counsel tried to get him to give testimony he thinks is false. Well, I want to know, first of all, what your overall impression is of conspiracy theorist Jerome Corsi, and whether, in general, you think he's credible from whichever angle he's coming on the story involving Russia, the probe, Trump, etc.
You know, I'm among those who have honestly never watched Jerome Corsi, I did purchase his book, and I had him lined up to be interviewed in my show, but he, didn't follow InfoWars, and I know that if you Google him, the first thing that comes up is conspiracy theorist. He may not be, I don't know enough about him to judge him either way, but on what he's doing in this lawsuit, he's filed a lawsuit against Mueller and a whole slew of parties. I think he's doing a really important thing, because he is going on offense against the Mueller, and he can't even call it Mueller investigation, the Mueller persecution efforts to use this perjury trap method of getting people to plead guilty. And there are numerous examples in this very investigation of the Russia-Trump collusion where this is what Mueller does. He sets people up in a perjury trap, and I'm kind of glad Corsi's challenging him on it.
Don't most prosecutors do that anyway, though? Do they ask enough questions to get you? If you don't hang yourself, you might make a misstep, then they come back around, and maybe your lie doesn't involve something that involved a crime they were looking at to begin with, but then you say something wrong. Now you're caught in a bit of a trap. You don't. I mean, do prosecutors do this anyway? Not just special prosecutors working under technically the auspices of the White House?
You know, as a technique to get witnesses to cooperate, I think I can't speak to how frequently prosecutors do this, but as a tactic to get a witness to come around and cooperate with you, catch him on something, and then you've got him in a position you can say, because you lied, I could prosecute you for perjury. Or in the case of this investigation, it isn't even perjury. It's a federal felony to lie to the FBI, to lie in an investigation. But what Corsi is complaining about is, prior to him being interviewed, he voluntarily gave the Mueller investigation all of his email, all of his social media, all of his social media passwords, email passwords. The Mueller team had everything in front of them as he's being questioned, and the question where they tripped him up was, did you forward a particular email 2 years ago? Did you forward that email to anyone else? And he said no. And then they said, got you, because we're staring at your emails. Now, of course, he doesn't have them in front of him. He's just sitting there. The Mueller team has them in front of them. And they said, no, yes, you did. You forwarded it to...
I'm going to preface all this by saying, let's just qualify this by saying, according to Corsi. But go ahead.
That's true. This is Corsi's story. Absolutely true.
That's his story.
So
okay.
So he was given an opportunity in the questioning to look at what his emails and to correct his answer. But now they're trying to make him say, or his story is trying to make him say, that they want him to sign something agreeing that he lied to the prosecutors. And he's saying, I won't sign that because I didn't lie. I didn't remember this email. But what the email is about, the reason Mueller team is zeroing in on it is what the email related to was a request by Roger Stone to Corsi.
Okay.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I just wanted to get back to something you said, though. I mean, if he didn't remember, then why didn't he just say, I don't remember? Then why would he say no? Why wouldn't he say, I can't recall? I'm not sure. You've got all the emails. You tell me. I couldn't tell you what I responded on an email or forwarded or how many folks I shared 3 days ago, let alone. You see where I'm going with that? Why would he answer no unless he was convinced it was no.
I think implied in no is to the best of my, or I don't remember doing that. I think it, you could be like Comey and sit there in the House hearing and say whatever it was 254 times. I don't know. I don't recall. I don't remember. Which is how Comey avoided having any lie attached to him, any accusation of lying. But I think. Yes, you can say in retrospect, gee, sure should have said, I don't know, I don't think so, which maybe everyone talking to Mueller should do. It's just in every answer. I don't know, don't recall, not to the best of my recollection. But, I don't even remember, if you asked me last week, did I forward an email? I mean, I think I did, but, so
I'd have to check. I'd want to look myself. Yeah, let me take a look. I'll tell you who the people, again, I wouldn't answer definitively unless I knew definitively. Otherwise, I'd couch it. I just wonder, again, I don't think he has a lot of credibility. That's all subjective. I'm not the only one who doesn't think that. After the whole birther thing and never ending on that, I just thought that drug out way too long, and it became an embarrassment. I thought he was an embarrassment. And I just wonder, Debbie, how much this is about selling more of his book. If he goes after and becomes a martyr, even if, I don't know how much the special counsel is going to care about him, whether he's got the suit filed or not, but he wrote the book, Killing the Deep State, The Fight to Save President Trump, and he sees himself as a bit of a person falling on a sword for the boss here. I mean, maybe he is, and maybe he's doing everyone a favor, but I don't know that for sure. By the way, he's got a GoFundMe site because he needs money for the lawsuit. Shocker. I don't know that he's a hero. I just don't know that he's a hero here. That's all I'm saying. I don't know that he's a hero. That's all. Whether
he was out of line on the birther thing or any of his other past conduct, in this particular case, what he's claiming Mueller did is exactly what Mueller did to Lieutenant General Michael Flynn, exactly what he did to Papadopoulos. So this is not like he's the only guy saying this is how Mueller operates. And this is just in the current Mueller investigation on the Russia-Trump collusion. So I think a lot of people who feel like the Mueller investigation was a witch hunt or is a witch hunt or has turned into just a vendetta to get Trump, which a lot of serious legal scholars are saying that what Mueller has done is turn what was supposed to be an investigation to see if a crime occurred to an investigation to create crimes and then charge. And that's what I think Mueller has done. And so whether, of course, he's a bad guy on other things and whether he's a conspiracy theorist, if what he's saying is accurate here, it's very consistent with how Mueller's treated other witnesses. This is a step up and stop him thing. And as to Corsi having some ulterior motive, he's whoever he is, 72, 74, something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're charged and actually indicted and tried and convicted of lying, I mean, the range of penalty for lying to the FBI, he could be looking at the rest of his life in jail. He's saving himself. He's just saying. I mean, he may also be thinking himself.
No, you make a good point there, and I mean, for that example, look at Paul Manafort. So I mean, what's he facing right now? But again, a person whose credibility is not high, and that unfortunately has been part and parcel with some of the folks here that we've been looking at in this case. But do they keep following those breadcrumbs back to the president? Is there ever any real substance to this besides what you call, getting you to trip up on your story not involving actual evidence of collusion, whatever that may be? Debbie Georgatos here. Our time up as always. I wish we get a chance to visit more often here. I wish you very happy holidays and a Merry Christmas in advance. And thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. Merry Christmas to you and your listeners.
Yeah, thanks, Debbie. Okay, so there, we haven't solved all the problems, but is he a hero? I say no. But that's me. Some people really love Jerome Corsi. They say he's a truth teller. I think he's out there to sell books and get people to sign up to a website and to keep the conspiracy thing going. Then again, I think Lee Harvey acted alone. So, pay your money, take your choice. 1320 Morning Wake Up, WILS.